Yo, what's up guys? How are you all doing? How's chat doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's ready because today I'm gonna introduce you to a game, and once I start talking about it, I literally cannot stop. It genuinely cannot stop. My friend told me last night, bro, just go to sleep already. And I said, wait, let me do one more rebirth. It was 4:30 a.m. Tossing in the motion. You understand me? Do you understand me? That's the game we're talking about today. If chat is ready, let's get into it. Let's go! Look, I've introduced you guys to a lot of games. A lot. Simulators, Obby's Tycoons, roleplays. But when I first opened this game, I genuinely said, what is this, bro? Like my brain actually short-circuited. I looked at the screen, then looked at my keyboard, then back at the screen. Because you know what's on the screen? A giant keyboard. But this keyboard is made of chocolate. The keys are chocolate. The platforms are gummy bear colored. The background is candy colored. And you are running on top of this keyboard. Okay, but what are you actually doing on this keyboard? You might ask. You're running. Why are you running? To get faster. Why do you need to get faster? To run faster. Isn't that just a loop? Yes, it's a loop. And this loop is going to destroy you. It destroyed me, it's going to destroy you. Welcome to the club. Now, let's talk mechanics because there's always someone in chat asking how does it work. So let me answer everyone at once. The concept is this: every single step you take gives you +1 speed. Simple, clean, straightforward. But think about it, that +1 stacks up. You take 1,000 steps, zin speed. 10 in steps, speed. 100 in steps. At that point, you're not a game character anymore. You've become a concept. You became speed itself. Physics laws no longer apply to you. Platforms aren't obstacles, they're just suggestions. And that feeling is insane. The first time I hit 1000 speed, I said, oh wow. When I hit 5000, I said, what is this? When I hit 20,000, I couldn't even make a sound. I just stared at the screen, silently, because my character had become a blur on screen, flying through chocolate tunnels, and I just watched, like I was hypnotized. El. But let me tell you, this game is not just run and get faster. If it was, 108 million people wouldn't have played it. Yes, you heard that right, 108 million visits. Even as I say that number, I can't believe it every single time. 180 million. That's more than the entire population of many countries. And these visits didn't come all at once. The game is alive, active, constantly being updated. Secret vs. Studio genuinely loves this game, and clearly the players do too. Now let's keep going. You're not just walking in this game, there's a multiplier system. Meaning in certain areas of the game, instead of each step giving you +1, it gives you +2, plus even more speed. What does a smart player do? Find those multiplier zones first, activate them, then start running. I didn't know this in the beginning. I just ran straight, fell, cried, ran again, fell again, cried a little more. Then someone in chat said, activate the multipliers first, bro, and my life changed, genuinely changed. From that moment, my speed stacking shot up like a rocket. So learn from me, do not skip the multipliers. This is the most critical strategy in the game. There's also the rebirth system, and I cannot move on without talking about this. When you reach a certain speed threshold, you can do a rebirth. What does that mean? You reset everything. Speed goes to 0. You start from the beginning. But this time you start with a stronger multiplier. Meaning after every rebirth, your speed grows much faster than before. When I first heard about this, I said, absolutely not, reset everything, no way. Then I was forced to try it. And after the first rebirth, I reached my previous speed in half the time. After the second rebirth, 3 times faster. And from that moment, I became a rebirth addict. How many rebirths I've done at this point? Don't ask. Please don't ask. I'm embarrassed. Egg, I also need to talk about the escape courses because this game isn't just flat running. At certain points you enter Obby style obstacle parkour courses. Jump, dodge, get through. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Because here's the problem. If your speed is too high, you lose control. The first time this happened to me, here's exactly what went down. I jumped off a platform at 5000 speed, flew completely past the platform, slammed into the opposite wall, the ragdoll animation kicked in, my character rolled 10 times, then fell down and I was sent back to the start. and I just sat there frozen. I muted my mic, stared blankly at the screen for a moment, then I laughed. Because what else can you do? That's the funny thing about this game. No matter how frustrating it gets, a minute later you're laughing again. If you have screen recording on, it's even funnier. So always keep recording. The best moments are always those ragdoll clips. Now let's get to the multiplayer side, and I need to talk about something very important here. Ego. Ego kicks in with this game, guys. It's unavoidable. You join a server, you're running at 2000 speed, you're happy, you're thinking, I'm not bad at this. And right then someone flies past you at 50,000 speed. Doesn't make a sound, doesn't even look at you, because to them you might as well be standing still. That person doesn't even register your existence. And at that moment, something inside you breaks and at the same time rebuilds itself. I'm going to be that guy, you say. Not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and goes. The day after. That doesn't work either. A week later, you're still chasing that same guy. But that motivation keeps you in the game. And that's exactly what the game wants. A perfectly designed competition loop. I genuinely tip my hat to Secretverse Studio for this. Let me also talk about the visual and sound design, because this was honestly one of the most surprising parts of the game for me. I wasn't expecting it. When you enter the game, the keyboard keys are made of chocolate, platforms are gummy bear colored, everything is candy themed and looks incredibly cute. But the real surprise is the sounds. Every step has a mechanical keyboard click click sound. There's a sweet, calm ambient music playing in the background, candy sounds all around. And this combination, the tension of running fast with ASMR like sounds, works incredibly well. During streams, my chat was constantly writing, "These sounds are so good." I completely agree. It makes you feel tense and relaxed at the same time. That's hard to pull off, but this game nails it. Let me briefly mention the code system too. If you join Secretverse Studios Discord, you can get free in-game gifts, speed boosts, multiplier increases, special accessories. Use them, they actually help. But let me also say this, there are sites online handing out free Robux codes. Don't go to those. There is no such thing as a Robux giving code in this game or any game. Protect your account, stick to official sources. Now we're at the pro tips section, and please take notes, because if I had known these earlier, I would have cried a lot less. First, go to the multipliers first then run. Already covered that. Second, don't be afraid of rebirth. The earlier you do it, the better. Don't stress about the number. Third, and I think most importantly, learn speed control. Running through courses at very high speeds genuinely gets harder. Some pro players intentionally waste a little speed before a course to balance their control. First time I heard that, I said, that's insane. Then I started doing it myself. Now I call it strategy. Fourth, play with sound on. The audio in this game genuinely makes a difference. Fifth, if you are tired of the competition, jump into a low population server, grow at your own pace, nobody passes you, let the ego rest for a bit. Finally, let me say this, should you play this game? If you're looking for something simple but addictive, if the feeling of progression motivates you, if you want to race your friends and see who gets faster, the answer is absolutely yes. If you're looking for a story, complex mechanics, maybe another game. But let me tell this, everyone who opens this game saying, "Let me just try it for 5 minutes," is still there an hour later. I've seen it happen with myself and with viewers. 108 million visits is not a coincidence. This game hooks you. Somehow, always, it hooks you. Are you ready to run a speed of sound on a keyboard made of chocolate? Then open Roblox, type out one speed keyboard escape in the search bar and hit WASD. The game handles the rest. Chat chat, that's all for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like. If you're not subscribed to the channel right now, is the perfect time. And write in the comments whether you've tried this game. I'm genuinely curious. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.